Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. A lot of people have been asking me to basically do a inside the mind of a pro player. A lot of people wanted to know how I get these wins in solo versus squads and kind of break down each type of situation that I go into in solo squads, how I react so quickly. Basically just like more so like a tips and tricks kind of vibe, I guess. A lot of people have been requesting this, so I figured why not have this game be the perfect game to do that, and we'll hop right into it. So of course right here in the situation, I land platform, definitely one of my favorite spots to land. One of the biggest tips on platform is as soon as you land somewhere, you obviously want to find a destination that you're comfortable landing with. Like having that confidence is super important. What I like to do in a situation on platform, I always check behind me during the flight path as soon as the game starts to see how many teams are going to be approaching platform. So if I know it's one team or two teams or whatever the case may be, I'll be able to determine how sweaty it's going to be, how intense it's going to be, and kind of go from there at the start. Basically, I got two kills on the board right now. Got a third guy I'm chasing. I'm gonna get the finish here. When I'm landing on platform, as soon as I get loot, I either jump off right away or I try and set up in a spot to where I'm not out in the open directly, like hiding behind a crate or head glitching. It's definitely super important to do that. And the reason why I say that is because since there's so many people that drop there in the beginning, especially if it's in line with the flight path, you want to always keep yourself on your toes when you're moving on platforms. Okay, going into this next spot, I go over to farm. That's kind of my rotation. I go and take high ground like as soon as possible here. It's definitely like a key situation during squad fights when you're solo. As you can see, I landed right into the zone right away and I took high ground as soon as possible. If you land on someone while you're in solo versus squads, I highly recommend, especially early game, to not land on them directly on the floor because that hinders your capability of survival. You don't really have a lot of area around you to hide from, and especially if there's a team of 4. So your crosshairs kind of focus on the head and chest area, which does the most damage. So it's definitely like a very important tip when you are trying to kill anyone in the game. That's why I'm always saying to everyone, please take high ground. It's like the most important thing for you. And especially you can kind of head glitch the roofs and everything. Always want to keep moving when I'm on top of the roof as well. Standing still is just not good. Obviously when you're shooting, it's okay for approximately like 3 seconds at the max to shoot and stand still, but as soon as that 3 seconds hits, you want to move, like a slide cancel kind of thing where you kind of slide in a direction and jump just to kind of reposition, so that way in case there's a sniper. I noticed I heard some footsteps that there was somebody next to me, so I went ahead and proceeded to attack this guy here. When there's somebody on the other side of an object, like say for example that hay bale, the best thing to do in that situation is to climb on top of the hay bale if you can and sliding over directly on top of the guy instead of going onto the left or the right side on the floor, because you kind of have a better positioning. Sneaking behind him is definitely key during that time. So we got 10 kills on the board. There's 71 players left. Another important tip when you are playing solo versus squads and you're trying to get high kills like 20, 30 kills, the whole goal to get those kills is to kill 3 players out of the 4. So that way the last player can res the whole entire team back, and you kind of just cycle that throughout the whole entire game, which will give you more kills. So we got 14 kills on the board, 62 players left, tons of time to get up to those 30 plus kills, as long as I keep cycling and I keep moving. Landed on another team found here in Black Market. It looks like this guy was a third party and was not associated with the guy that I just knocked. I get landed on, taking these situations here, trying to just play this rock to my advantage because it's my only cover. So like I said, you never want to stand in the open. I kind of flanked this guy to the left to trick him into thinking I was staying behind that rock, which is going to give me the kill here. Thinking ahead of time during the situation where you're trying to go for a kill, you want to think, okay, maybe I can flank in a situation like that to kind of trick the enemy, which you guys just saw me do. I am going to be heading over to nuclear plant because I do see a chopper. My chopper's at 30%, so in this current situation right here, I thought to myself, there's a chopper here. My first reaction is to take high ground right away and basically suicide my chopper, knowing that there's already a chopper here. And then I proceeded to kill the guy just as he was about to hop in his chopper and leave, and I was able to get a fresh new chopper. We're going to go ahead and pick up my custom loadout. If you do need one, I will leave a link in the description for you guys. Also, if you guys can, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you guys are enjoying these tips and tricks so far, I would really appreciate it. We are going to be doing more videos in the future, but with that being said, sit back and relax because you guys are not going to want to miss out on this next scene. To head over to this rooftop, I had no idea that there was already a knocked guy here, taking high ground once again, and then we proceed to go ahead and kill this guy on the roof without him even knowing I was there, which I believe this was his teammate because he does throw a smoke grenade, and then I proceed to kill them both. And then off in the distance, that team is pushing me. I go ahead and reposition on this rooftop. I'm getting third-partied as well. As you guys can tell, I am moving all around this rooftop to stay on both sides to take cover from being sandwiched, basically. I flanked this guy on the left side with the ninja. And then we have another guy here. I killed him as well, which was, I believe, a part of the team that is behind me. In this situation, I go ahead and leave the scene to reposition once again. I only have 23% health on this. Zone is already closing in, so obviously it's key to pay attention on the top right to your mini map because zone is so important. You don't want to, choke while the zone's closing. This guy's scanning tags. I should have left this guy alive. I didn't know he was the last guy of the squad. That probably could have secured the 40 kill game there if I had left this guy alive, but unfortunately it is what it is and it happened. So there's a guy coming in from zone. He's going to approach the zipline, which takes him up to the top. And instead of trying to trace and shoot him as he's going up the zipline, since there are those zipline glitches right now where you can't hit them at all, I went ahead and just pushed with my ninja grapples and repositioned on this guy without even knowing I was there. Okay, so we're at 26 kills on the board, 23 players left. This guy had no idea that I was going to laser him right away because my accuracy is crazy god tier. In this situation here, when we're approaching this next squad, my first initial thought is, I'm on the ground. These guys are already taking high ground. What do I do in this situation? I lay down right here, parallel with the wall so they can't see my entire body. And of course, we have a drone. I take high ground as soon as possible to reposition here and try and get some knocks. This guy pushes me right away. Slide canceling is key here in the situation, so that way you keep moving. Movement is key. If you stand still, you will always die, so try not to do that. And then I noticed I'm in a bad position. Zone's closing again. I kept my eye out on the map. That's why I left this team. And then we move into this situation here where there was a bot. I thought it was just a bot and that was it. But unfortunately, there was a dude behind me that I think jumped from the rooftop or from a second story of the building. We have, I think, like 3 players in front of me. There's 2 guys right there, and then off to my left, you will see another 2 people as well from another team. I think there's like several teams here in this situation. I do proceed to laser pretty much all of these guys. Now I'm trying to get all the finishes so that way no one takes my kills. I have 7 players remaining. They're kind of all scattered along the map. I do see a guy over here, so I approach with the high ground point of view. During this time, I'm really trying to think to myself, where are these guys at? I do hear some gunshots in front of me. I do take out this guy and finish him off. 2 players remaining. So we did get 35 kills up on the board. We are down to 1 player left. Of course, I'm looking around for this guy. I don't see him anywhere. And I try and stay where I have some sort of cover in case he's sniping or doing something suspicious like crawling over to me if he sees me already and I don't see him. So we are kind of running around, and then I do spot him behind the truck. Just start throwing Kobe's. I like to start throwing my grenades over to the target just after around like 3 seconds because it gives it time to land and just explode like pretty much on impact most of the time. This guy's dropping smokes. He's using, you know, pretty good IQ here, dropping the smoke grenades just to help with cover since it is a very open area. So this guy definitely has some brains. He kind of knows what to do, so he has some experience. He is sliding around, trying to get some snipes on him. I'm going to go ahead in this situation and reposition to get closer to zone. Since zone's closing in, I'm going to get behind this box. It gives me some cover and a little bit of advantage on my end since we are in a very tight circle here. I'm going to flank on the left side since there is a little bit of high ground on my end compared to him. He does know I'm here, so I'm going to have to be very careful and pre-aim this spot to get the kill. And there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys did enjoy this, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. I would appreciate that very much. And we will see you guys in the next one.